Please welcome the governor of Kentucky, Steve Beshear, as he gives the command to start engines.
For the first ever NASCAR Sprint Cup race in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, the Quaker State 400, it's my pleasure to say, drivers, start your engines!
Even with you, back even. We're behind him, 1 of the 6, high.
Things sounding good at the start of this race, and things feeling good for Kurt Busch. They may be from Las Vegas, but the Busch brothers, Kurt and Kyle, making Kentucky their playground tonight.
Matt, no alarm for Kyle Busch. This is kind of what he expected. I talked to him moments before he climbed in the car. He said, on Thursday, we actually worked on being better at the beginning of a run. He felt like we were almost too good late in a run. So they really worked hard on this portion, being good on sticker tires. But I think Kyle and Wally being good at the end of a run may pay dividends later.
And both men named Busch. Kurt started third, grabbed the lead on lap 1, and he has not given it up. Taking the top spot through the first 16 laps, and brother Kyle 0.3 of a second behind. Casey Kane, Jimmy Johnson, Juan Pablo Montoya, the top 5 as we work lap 17 of 267. Had a lot of rain here yesterday, so the track schedule didn't allow these drivers as much practice time as what they would have liked. With that, NASCAR has told teams they will give them a competition caution at lap 30.
Yeah, you can see some of these guys are steering to the right at least once when they're getting down on the corners, which means the car's loose getting in.
Caution is out.
And there is the competition caution coming 30 laps into the 267 that make up tonight's event here at the Kentucky Speedway. Kurt Busch has led all 30 laps. In the front row, Casey Kane and Kyle Busch.
Are you ready? Ready. IDF, green flag.
It's Kyle Busch who's led the race on a restart from the outside line and now has led the race from the inside line. So he's made both those restarts work no matter where he starts.
Round to try to help deal with that handling issue. Marty? Ralph, Kyle Busch came in second, left second, but it didn't take him long to take the lead. All they did on this stop, it was 2 tires all the way, but he was a little too free, especially getting into 3, quarter round down on the track bar, Adam.
Larry, you mentioned the gas man and the jack man didn't get that. You know, and the driver is trained to go when the car is dropped. You know what I mean? When the jack man drops it. Is that what you're referring to?
Yes, the jack man is the key to the driver leaving. That's when Marcus Ambrose will go. Unless he's been told to wait on a verbal signal, his signal to go is when that car drops, and that's exactly what he did.
Casey Kane goes around Jimmy Johnson for third. And that reminds me of something, Kyle. You got to be good on the long run. Jimmy passed Casey early in this run, now vice versa. Ralph?
99 is 3 back.
Casey Kane is working his way around with this car right now, Adam, but he's talking a lot about the vibration and not just what's coming up out of the racetrack. Apparently, as you'll hear on this audio clip, he's been dealing with vibrations each and every week.
How do you think kind of vibrates so bad every week? I wonder if everybody does, or it's just this.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Just have to deal with it best we can there.
First ever event here at the Kentucky Speedway for the Cup cars, and Kyle Busch wants to put his name on the trophy. His advantage over older brother Kurt, 4.1 seconds. Casey Kane, Carl Edwards, David Rudeman make up the top 5.
Matt, as promised, in countdown to green, Carl Edwards being a little more aggressive tonight. Terrific with his feedback to Bob Osborne. He said the nose much better in the track than it was yesterday. He said, when I get behind someone, though, I absolutely come to a stop. Car really stalling out and a little too tight when he's in traffic.
Denny Hamlin in that 11 car to the rear of the field because of an engine change. With the aid of only 1 caution, he's on the verge of cracking the top 10, but he needs another caution to kind of make up the rest of that ground.
Our second cycle of green flag pit stops is complete. So nice to hear him make the music along pit lane. And as Brad Keselowski exits the pit road, right behind him, Mike Bliss. He had a pass-through penalty, too fast entering. Surprise, surprise. When the green flag stops began, Kyle Busch leading. His advantage now, he's way out front of second place, Carl Edwards.
Oh, hey, this is definitely going to close things up.
Second caution of the night for debris on the back straightaway. And the lead is gone for Kyle Busch.
That's about all the chance some of these guys had to race that 7 to 8, 9 second gap.
Mark Martin gets the free pass.
Clean start. Dip in the bottom, speed there, 3 wide, 3 wide, 3 wide, 2 wide within.
And we're hearing from NASCAR there may be oil in turns 3 and 4, bringing out our third caution of the night. And watch David Reagan. This perhaps the reason we got the caution.
Oh, look at his front tires. They're already cranked to the right way before he even got into the corner. Good job of hanging on to that thing.
And those guys that took the wave around at lap 145, how about McMurray, Earnhardt Jr., Ryan Newman, Martin Truex Jr., Jeff Gordon, they all come back around.
Yeah, that puts a lot of cars back on the lead lap. Labonte gets the lucky dog, so that's 26 cars.
Green. Line up at the bottom.
Wow, he drove that thing down.
No way that thing was going to stick.
Now they go 3 wide for the lead. That's Kyle Busch in the middle. Tony Stewart making it happen down low.
I think the 2-car drove in there so deep, the 18 had to give him a little bit of room, and Tony just had a run on it.
And now they're going old school with some signals.
Know your hand signals for balance-wise. Loose up top, tight on the bottom, right? What's your sheet say? It doesn't say that, does it? Oh, yeah, you're right. Tight hand on the door, or on the roof. Loose hand on the door. Yeah, I'll follow that sheet. Yeah. I don't know if I can reach the roof. I can reach the A-pillar, though.
So Kyle Busch makes a pit stop from the race lead. That was a scheduled green flag pit stop for him at lap 193. He goes back onto the racetrack in the 11th position, and the new leader is teammate Denny Hamlin. And now we got a caution and a big smoker, Jamie McMurray, up in turn 2.
Well, that pretty much throws that possible of making it on one stop out the window, guys, because I think right now no one can make 67 laps on a tank of fuel. So this will put pretty much everybody on even ground.
Green flag, come on. You're the top. 2 wide bottom, 2 wide bottom. Clear by 2.
How about Ryan Newman running in the top 10? He's one of those drivers, got behind early, took the wave around at lap 145, and he's inside the top 10 right now, running 8th with David Rudeman, who's really been very good tonight.
Brad said he was thrilled with the way this car took off, and as you mentioned, they're way shorter on fuel than everybody else. They have to pit in about 20 laps. That's about 15 laps before other guys will have to pit. Behind him, Kyle Busch mowing through the field. They're about 14 laps short on fuel, and he's trying for his 99th NASCAR win tonight.
The top 8 cars on track still have to make a pit stop. And then things will cycle through to Kyle Busch. You see Kyle right behind Kurt here, but he is 1 lap down because he has already made his green flag stop.
But what you notice here, Kyle Busch is in front of the 2 car.
Big time trouble for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Left front tire.
Left side, guys. Left side.
Just came off the pit lane.
And we get the caution.
Yeah.
Our 5th of the night, and boy, does this make things interesting. David Rudeman had yet to make his green flag pit stop. And here comes Kyle Busch, the race leader. We get the green flag with 8 laps remaining.
Green flag. Inside 17 only, 22's in your mirror. Inside 17 only, trying to make it 2 wide underneath you. 2 wide, 2 wide. Clear, 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 clear. I'll sit down here. Great eyes, man.
Caution out for Clint Boyer, who goes into the wall, our 6th of the night. And it happens with 6 laps remaining here at Kentucky. 2 laps to go. But this is not a green-white checker. We are still in regulation. Kyle Busch, the race leader. Jimmy Johnson right beside him, trying to muscle up and make it happen. Ryan Newman going low around Brad Keselowski. And there's Johnson on the inside for the race lead. 1 lap to go. Kyle Busch, the race lead. Johnson and Rudeman right in his hip pocket. Kyle Busch has been strong all night long. Kyle Busch going to be the first to put his name on the trophy at Kentucky. He leads coming to the checkers.
Yes, sir.
At Kentucky, Kyle Busch celebrating. He said, "Give me that checkered flag."